Pokemon Indonesia has released its own version of Twilight Masquerade called Transfiguration Mask or Topeng Transfigurasi in Indonesian. This set will nearly have the same card list as Twilight Masquerade. However, it includes the loyal 3 illustration rares that released in Shrouded Fable. Because Okidogi, Monkidori, and Pheasantipede art rares released in Mask of Change in Japanese, they were included in the Indonesian set. One thing to note is that this release is unique to Indonesia compared to the other Asian languages, including Japanese, Korean, traditional Chinese, and even Thai, which all have released Crimson Haze and Mask of Change separately. With that being said, Topeng Transfigurasi is chock full of amazing secret rares, highlighting the new Pokemon and trainers for the new Teal Mask DLC, as well as some fan favorites like Greninja, making it a great set to open for the first time or to reminisce on. As you can see, it looks just like a Japanese booster box. It is printed in Japan. You have your Pokeball shrink wrap, even on the back says printed in Japan, so there's your facts right there. Really good set to actually go back on, in my opinion, even, if this is your first time exploring Indonesian Pokemon cards. A lot of great cards in this set. It's pretty much almost the same as the Twilight Masquerade in English. Of course, a combination of Mask of Change and Crimson Haze. In Japanese, you have 30 packs with 5 cards per pack. Also, for legitimacy or legit checking, always check for this Pikachu logo here. On the top, it's always going to say Pokemon Game KrystalKollectz, meaning Game Card Collection in Indonesian. I believe the Thai packs will have that too. So let's get started. Secret Rare is guaranteed, thankfully. I'd love to pull either the Perrin, actually her name is Gravel in Indonesian, so we're going to be hunting some Gravel today. And also Carmine, Ogerpon, and etc. That is just a survey. You don't have to worry about that, just for people in Indonesia. But here we go, 5 cards per pack, 1 to the front, just like a typical Japanese Pokemon card pack. I just had to flip-a-roo the survey. We have Infernape also too. I always mention this whenever I do Indonesian Pokemon openings. If you like collecting Japanese card quality, Pokemon cards, but you want to have the English names, this is a great language to have. Just keep in mind, yes, you'll see the English names, but when it comes to the actual text of the description of the attacks, it's going to be in the Indonesian language. Some of the European and also South American languages will also, show that as well. You have the English names. The names will be the same as English Pokemon cards, but then you'll have the attacks with different languages. So always pay attention whenever you're buying cards. Even if you've been comfortable buying English Pokemon cards, sometimes the language can change. Sometimes there's even errors. I've seen an Elite Trainer box as well. It'll be in English and then you have like a German promo. Very strange how that happens. You have Luxray EX, very nice hollow foil, of course Japanese card quality. We have that beautiful sparkle. It goes a little bit ham in Korean. I don't know why. It didn't start out that way. Let's go ahead and sleeve up Luxray. But when it comes to the Japanese card stock, it's always a bit more moderate and just attractive. I like it. Definitely much nicer than the English version. That's just my opinion. But yes, also too, don't forget the Greninja is also in the set by Akagi. Absolutely beautiful artwork. I have that card in Thai, but if I could pull that in Indonesian, I'd be really thrilled to see that. Just like Thai and traditional Chinese, Indonesia doesn't get many print runs, so you have a chance of opening this box or getting any singles. Consider yourself lucky, because down the road these sets do become very hard to source and hard to find. Even keeping these boxes sealed isn't a bad idea, just in general. If you're a collector, investor, these boxes will likely have some value down the line. But of course, if you like the box art, if you like how unique this looks, I actually fancy how this looks. The colors, the blue and the green and the yellow kind of go together quite well. Definitely not a bad idea to collect, especially I like this set in particular. See, Greninja EX, really cool too with the Japanese card quality. You get a nice little feel of the sparkle and also the little crystalline Terra look. Yeah, not stellar yet. This is before the stellar cards. Let's go and sleeve that up. Even says Shinobi there, like Ninja. I like that. Very cool. But yeah, so all the Ogerpons, I know not everyone's favorite, but all the special arts originally from Mask of Change are in this set. And of course we get the new ones from Terastal Festival, which is also coming out in Indonesian shortly. If you want your own box, be sure to check out my web store, KrystalKollectz.com. Even if you want a box of this set or any other Indonesian Pokemon cards, sets that I have available. We have Leafeon there. I like this artwork, by the way. I know it's not a holographic, even though I think it should be. It's a very nice detailed and gentle sort of artwork of Leafeon. And continuing, and also we too have those beautiful art rares. Don't forget, I love the Poltergeist art rare. It's very cute. There's also the very intense looking Infernape and a bunch of others. If you're a fan of the Hisuian Growlithe to pair with Perrin, there's a Hisuian Growlithe right there, that's quite scary, or Gravel, I think that's a great combination. And wow, yes, so this is actually one card you're not going to find in Twilight Masquerade. The Loyal Three, Monkey Dory, Pheasantipede, Okidogi, they're actually in Shrouded Fable in English. So this is one difference from Twilight Masquerade between that and the Indonesian version, Topeng Transfigurasi. So very nice. Beautiful, bold colors by Tiziro. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. The blue pops. For some reason, it looks a bit more deep than the one I saw in Japanese. I don't know, it's just me. Sometimes there could be a bit more, some variation with the saturation. You'll definitely see that in Korean for sure, compared to the Japanese version. It's usually pretty consistent with the Japanese version. All right, one to the front. Let's keep going. Also, international backings. Whenever it's not Japanese, you'll see that backing, including English cards. Poliwhirl, Torkoal, Ariados. Yeah, so there you go. English names, but very nice card quality. Back in the day, you know, we're talking like Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield era. These cards will also have silver borders. That's just one thing that was actually used as a differentiator between some of the Asian languages. Korean was the outlier where they had yellow borders. I'm already expecting, you know, eventually when we go down the line, when Sword and Shield becomes a bit aged, even ancient, people wonder, why do Korean cards have yellow borders? I'm waiting for that day, you know. And we're still a bit, you know, fresh out of Sword and Shield. People still remember the yellow borders, but I'm wondering when we hit the point, people forget about that. Because now, obviously, in Scarlet and Violet, all the languages universally have the silver or gray borders. Darmanitan, that's a very cute artwork, by the way. Captures its character. Chansey in a peaceful field. A very nice Bottrill, Lamp Hint, and Belly Bolt. I love Mina Nakai's artwork. Bold, but it has like a traditional sort of look to it at the same time. Very cute. I always see Belly Bolt like Squishmallows at Target. They're just so chunky and fun to hug. Anyway, I would probably pick up one day. I like the colorway it has. Anyway, no, one art rare so far. Usually you'll find maybe 3. That's usually typical from a Japanese printed box. Even Korean as well. Sometimes if you're lucky you could get 4, but that's not too often. What else can we get here? Yeah, there's a lot of random Pokemon card art just slapped on. So it's, you know, not original in terms of pack art. Very different from what we see in Japanese, Korean, traditional Chinese. This is where it kind of stands out, even English. But that's okay. At least it's some sort of unique arrangement. Swirlix. Back in the day, Sun and Moon era, Indonesia really had their own unique sets when they first started out in Sun and Moon in 2019. And they had unique artwork as well. But after some point, they did catch up with Japan, and then at that point it was just cut and paste. But then once we hit like Obsidian Flames time period, then Indonesia started doing their own thing. See, I told you guys, we got gravel. If I pulled the full art to this, it'd be quite hilarious. Or even the special art rare, the SAR. So no SIRs in Indonesian, it's going to be SARs, just like in Japan. And we have our guaranteed A spec. This is very cool. I love the bold pink, or the fuchsia, if you want to consider it that. Again, Japanese card quality. Just a super overpowered supporter trainer card. Very nice. All right, oh, that pack was a little bit bent. I know some people express a little concern when I'm opening with scissors. It's just easier on the sound. My opinion can get a little bit harsh on the ears with the packs being ripped apart. Maybe I'll go back into it in the future, but for now, I kind of like taking a break from that. It's also easier on my hands. You'd be surprised how often my nails break from doing that, especially when you're opening Korean packs. Holy crap. Oh yeah, we're ending that with the Chiyu. I do like that artwork quite a bit. And also that Goldeen. Very festive and also very nice for this set because it reminds me of the Kitakami like mask festival in the DLC. All right, let's keep going though. But that's also why I like these sets, Mask of Change. And also even Crimson Hazer. It reminds me of the Teal Mask DLC, which was quite fun actually. Oh, there you go. Blood Moon Ursaluna. So as you can see, actually, the name is a little bit different. Ursaluna, of course, is there, but it's not going to say Blood Moon. It says Bulan Merah. It's funny because it reminds me of Matahari dan Bulan, sorry, which means sun and moon in Indonesian. Bulan meaning moon, of course, because it's blood moon. So Merah probably means blood or something with the color red. So very nice to see that cool sparkle. There's a special art rare, of course, in the set, but it looks a lot gentler than this artwork. Big contrast from the Blood Moon Ursaluna special art rare from Terastal Festival. Ooh, I was gonna rip it there. That one looks a lot more aggressive and intense, more like a menacing theme. Big contrast from the special art rare here. Literally looks like a big honey bear. Tatsugiri, which I believe should have gotten some sort of special art. At least we have a cool art rare. I believe that's also in this set. If you can pull that, I'll be super happy. Because I can imagine finding Tatsugiri art rare in Indonesian will be quite the challenge. And singles are also just as a pain to get, as in, same as Korean and other languages. I think it's even harder in Indonesian though, and Thai. Oh yes, so we have Carmine, one of my favorite trainers. Her name is Sail. Kind of similar to how the Japanese name, Zeru. So similar deviation from that name. We have Trevenant, we have Shinx, and Hisuian Arcanine. So yeah, every pack doesn't guarantee a holo. You'll definitely have these. Someone asked about this. We are guaranteed these annoying little extra cardboard. Again, just a survey. If you're not in Indonesia, don't worry about it. Basically, they're asking for feedback, I believe. We have an Ogerpon there. Alright, one to the front. And yes, these cards will be thinner. Some people ask about that too. If it's printed in Japan, the cardstock's going to be a lot thinner than the English cardstock. That's just how it is. You know, quality control will also be quite different. It's a bit more consistent in the Asian languages. Even Korean, I believe the quality control is also a bit better. The cut of the cards in Korean tend to be a bit cleaner in my opinion. Sometimes the Japanese cardstock can be a little bit rugged on the edges, or rigid, however you want to say that. And also too, as you can see, the trainers cards will have more of an Indonesian translation than the English translation. They'll keep the Pokemon names though, for sure. Pinsir, Alakazam, very nice holographic. I don't know, it gives me 151 vibes for some reason. I know it's Gen 1, I know it's Kanto, just even the art style for some reason. Anyway, continuing. Still haven't hit our secret rare yet. So when I say secret rare, it's either a super rare, like an SR, or an SAR, or a UR, ultra rare gold card. Even the art rares, I believe, are considered secret rares in the Asian language cards. In English, it's a bit different. The full arts don't count. Not sure about the illustration rares, maybe. Don't remember. So many changes with the rarities when we went into the Scarlet and Violet era. One to the front. Kilowattrel. I stopped collecting English a long time ago, guys. Jinx is not my thing. Leyron, Poltergeist. Ooh, yeah, Macargo. I saw something in the back. I do like how textured the tarot cards are. I know they're not secret rares or anything, but they're just fun to look at, especially with the texturing. It's a very nice Macargo EX. Tarot Macargo specifically. One of the few tarot cards that actually are consistent with its original typing. Because the whole point, well, not really the whole point, but one fun aspect of terastalizing, or turning your Pokemon into crystal form, you can change the original type, which makes battling much more interesting in the actual gameplay. Like for example, Sandshrew is a ground type, but if you terastallize, it could be grass type, it could be fire type, you just have to change it, or you can catch it that way. Something pretty cool to see. It makes the games more fun. They just got to improve the graphics, and I think more people will be happy to play. They're very interested to see what they do with Legends ZA. I do like the Legends series games. I really enjoyed Legends Arceus. I'm very looking forward to that and seeing how much the games improve, hopefully. Helioptile, Applin, but back on this. Oh, look at that! The Infernape I was just talking about earlier in the video. Very nice artwork by KRGC. I can't really pronounce that in, one syllable, but we're just going to say the letters. I do love how this is a close-up art rare. You don't see that very often. You'll oftentimes see the Pokemon like far off in the distance in its natural habitat, but it looks like Infernape, is just getting up in our faces, making sure its presence is known. Okay, so art rare number 2. Still hoping for that Tatsugiri, or Poltergeist. Also, Sinistra special art rare is in this set as well. If we do pull that, that'd be pretty awesome. I did get that in Japanese, but I won't complain getting it in a second language, now will I? Slugma, Snorunt, Aggron, very nice art. All very uniform color scheme there. Okay, and a few more packs, guys. The tension is building. Ooh, but I shouldn't have to worry. This isn't a Korean box where the secret isn't guaranteed. It's happened in the past, guys. Diplin, one of the new Pokemon introduced, also in the teal mask. Oh wow, this is usually Caretaker, but in Indonesian it's Pingrus. Probably means something similar. Spinarak. Okay, that's a secret rare. It could be worse. I like Dragapult. That's pretty awesome. Terra Dragapult. Haven't actually pulled this before, my first time. Actually looks very nice in person, especially when you look at the terastalized detailing. Very cool. Also, another Terra Pokemon that has retained its original type, Dragon type. So there you go, with the dragon hat there. Hit the like button, guys, if you like Dragapult. Comment below if you like Dragapult. The special art rare from Terastal Festival is way more colorful and way cooler. At least it did get a special art rare. Props to Dragapult. Shout out to Galar region, even though we're in Scarlet and Violet. Flabebe, Whirlipede, Hisuian Growlithe, and yes, can we get more than one secret rare? It is possible. It doesn't happen very often. Watch my Kilat Rasi opening, you'll find out there. Yeah, still going here. More 5 cards again, just repeating. Little survey. Belly Bolt, Sunkern. And we have one more art rare. There's still something we can pull. We're not done just yet. And there it is. Timber. Not my favorite. Again, because this is a mashup set, then the number of art rares that you could possibly pull is bigger than Mask of Change or Crimson Haze. So if you're trying to target specific cards, it will be a little bit harder in the Indonesian language. I believe in Thai, it still hasn't combined yet, so you still have Thai Crimson Haze and Thai Mask of Change. So in this case, this is uniquely an Indonesian set. Although the name of it sounds very similar to Mask of Change, because Transfiguration sounds very similar to Transformation, similar meaning too. Illumise, Fion, Iron Thorns also in the set. You deserve a special art in some way. It's a shame. We do have an art rare at least, but I wish Iron Thorns had some cool special art rare. Well, we have a Paradox Festival. We got Terra Festival. Because I feel like Pokemon, they love to celebrate, no pun intended, they love to celebrate their gimmicks. You know, before we had VMAX Climax, we had V-Star Universe, obviously like Gigantamax Pokemon, and then Arceus, because Legends Arceus, that's how the V-Star concept came about. And then of course we have Terastal Festival. Shiny Pokemon don't really count, they're always there. So I wonder what the last high class set is going to be for Scarlet and Violet. Will it revolve around Paradox Pokemon? Who knows? Or are they just going to revert to something that's more old school and more popular amongst the general crowd? We will see. Okay, second to last pack, guys. I hope you've been enjoying the backtracking of Indonesian Pokemon sets. I have. It's not a bad set to revisit, in my opinion, especially if you really enjoyed Twilight Masquerade or some of the new Pokemon introduced in the Scarlet and Violet DLC. Last pack, and just to make mention once more, if you want your own boxes of Indonesian Pokemon cards or really any other Asian language, be sure to check out my web store, KrystalKollectz.com. I do ship worldwide, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have shown. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're ending this pack with the Jamming Tower in Indonesian. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.